Ah, can't believe it's the end of the year.
Yeah, you've worked so hard. So now it's time to sit back, relax, and chill.
And to help you, we're going to be showing you 2 urban eats.
And 2 green retreats with a farm-to-table experience to help you with your year-end gatherings.
And one of them even has some very interesting exotic fare.
And we'll tell you all about the Citi Gourmet Pleasures specials along the way. So let's go.
Okay lah, let me chill a bit more and just relax a bit.
Oh, okay.
It is nice.
Chill.
If you have watched Culinary Class Wars, I'm sure you go away craving some Korean food, right?
Yeah, especially modern Korean cuisine.
And we got the perfect place for you to enjoy this kind of food. Is this restaurant called Ilmiri.
They have over 230 outlets all over Korea already, but they first came to Singapore in September last year, and this outlet here in Joo is their second outlet.
The first dish we're going to show you is this chicken dish called Jim Dak.
Yeah, jimta simply means like a braised chicken dish,
Yeah.
but over here they've got like 9 or 10 different flavors, and the one that we're having here is called the cloud cheese. There's
But-
supposed to be a pool, so
Okay,
let's see if we
here
get
we
a
go.
nice cheese pool or not.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, not bad, not bad,
There
not
you
bad,
go.
not bad.
There you
Ooh.
go. Wow, really? Okay.
Wow, quite long
Yeah,
pool.
there you
Ah.
go.
Of course, they've got chicken, they've got glass noodles, and they've got tteokbokki.
Actually tastes like xiao gai lah with a bit of chili. It's nice because it's not very usual that you get this kind of dish, right? So it's
yeah.
your own fusion sort of a dish.
This is Eric, he's the restaurant manager. So he's gonna introduce to us this dish called the mari.
I will try to cook first, and then I'm gonna try to give you, because there's gonna be 2 different tastes. One is gonna be original one, and then later I will pull our soup.
So is this very popular in Korea?
Actually, this is our like a new menu from the ilmiri. We made a, like a fusion menu, so it's not like popular. If you just go Korea, it's gonna be hard to find this kind of stuff.
And you can smell that, right? I mean, it's so enticing already. And it's just the whole thing about, having food cooked at your table that makes it very exciting.
Yeah.
Excuse me, lady first.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Next stage is going to add the soup. So it's made from the chili paste, gochujang, and the soy paste.
There you go.
Yeah, I learned that from Culinary Class Wars.
Okay, so now this is soaking our is the spicy top soup. So it's gonna be different taste.
Actually, you can have this dish all in one plate, but you split it up into different steps, and then you can enjoy each stage of the way. So now he's adding the ramen.
Oh.
So comforting, right? Just
Yeah.
having instant noodles, but it's a nice beef and a beautiful soup.
This is kimchi nacho.
Kimchi nacho. Very interesting. Hey, nice eh? I say that usually the avocado in Mexican restaurants, when they do the guacamole, it's a little bit more sour. Over here, it's more sweet, which suits me. I like it that way.
So the Citi Gourmet Pleasures special here is that if you spend a minimum of $80, you can get one of these crunchy potato pancake for free. If you spend a minimum of $120, then you can get this bulgogi for free.
Wow, I can't wait to taste this pancake because it's different from your usual Korean pancake. It's like a rosti. It's made from shredded potatoes. Now we're gonna try the bulgogi. So one of the things that we were told is you're not supposed to bite it. You're supposed to put everything in your mouth and eat it.
So I think for ladies, just make sure you don't put too much. Like maybe make a small piece and a little bit of everything.
So after this, where are we going?
After this, we're gonna have to go to somewhere where we can see a lot of green.
And chill out.
Okay, we promised you a place to chill out, right? And what better place to chill out than in the midst of all this greenery? And green is a very calming color. Right, dear? Hey!
Oh, sorry, fell asleep. Green is such a calming color.
That's what I said.
You did? Here we are at Open Farm Community. The main feature here is that they got a really nice big garden just outside the restaurant, and they grow a lot of plants in which they harvest. So here are some of the plants that have been harvested from the garden and others that are grown locally here in Singapore.
The main thing about this place is that it really gives you a true farm-to-table experience. You come in here and it feels like a kampong kind of spirit, right?
Yeah.
They have a whole bunch of cocktails that you can order And each cocktail is named after a plant or vegetable from the garden.
Right.
Okay, like this one is the coriander. This one has vodka inside.
Okay.
And the one that you have out there is called the hibiscus.
Nice.
I think you're gonna like the coriander.
Is it?
Yeah. Has some savory notes, this coriander.
No, not for me. I go for that one.
You prefer the hibiscus?
I'd rather have my coriander on steamed fish.
Alright, I'm just looking at the dishes and I'm loving it already. I'm most attracted to this beetroot one because it's the prettiest looking dish here.
Roasted beetroot, and then they put some goat cheese and stuff on top. It looks very pretty.
It's very light as well.
Yeah.
So definitely a good start to the meal.
That's why we saw the okras in the garden.
Yes.
Right? This tempura okra. Can't go wrong.
Definitely something you can order with your cocktails.
Next, we have the oyster mushrooms from the local farm.
It feels very healthy, but it tastes good.
And so far, all vegetables. So finally, we have the stracciatella and the cured duck. This is a local duck. When they say local duck, it means Malaysian duck.
I like the combination. I mean, they've got some macadamia nuts to give you that little textural contrast as well.
So this is a thread fin, 4-finger thread fin, because it's got 4 fingers.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's actually the fin, the front fin, right? Front ventral, anterior ventral fins.
There you go.
They got 4. They have 4 little projections.
Oh, I love it that they give the calamansi.
Yeah, nice. So this fish is from Indonesia. It's very nice, simple, but
Very
you get the flavor of the fish.
Yeah.
Very nicely deboned, so it's very easy to eat. And after deboning, they actually grill it over a charcoal fire for that extra crisp and smokiness. You know that it's getting a bit dark, but if you come during the daytime, right, it really is very calming.
Don't fall asleep again.
Okay. Okay, then finally, we got this Iberico pork cheek. Pork cheek is something that I get very excited with. So let's have a look.
I may even mistake this as beef because of the very red color meat, right?
Yeah, but Iberico pork is like that.
Very tender, not very fatty. Very good.
And the sauce has a bit of tang in it, so it's not very heavy.
Yeah.
I think most impressive dish for me today is the lombok fish. When I tasted it, I go, wow, never seen it done as a sort of Western dish, right? So it's
Right,
very nice.
okay. But it's not the end of the meal, we still
No.
have dessert.
Of course.
This is a lemon meringue pavlova.
Oh, I love pavlovas.
Okay, you're gonna knock into it. Ooh, look at that.
Okay, that meringue looks a little bit chewy instead of crisp.
Yes.
I don't know. Did we leave it too long?
Perhaps.
It's not as crisp, but the lemon is still very nice. Very nice and refreshing. Okay, now we have tiramisu. They're very proud of the coffee here because this whole group actually owns Common Man Coffee Roasters. So their coffee is very good. And they use their coffee to make their take on tiramisu. And they got this coffee jelly as well.
Because this is a deconstructed tiramisu, you got to reconstruct it yourself into your spoonful of mascarpone cheese and some of the jelly.
Okay, they give you something deconstructed so they can reconstruct, is it?
So you can reconstruct it to the way that you like it.
Okay. I really enjoyed the food here. And it's a really great place to chill out, right?
For
you
sure.
see all the greenery and you know that they grew everything in the garden outside. So it's that feeling that you're eating something that's really fresh. Again, whole food,
Yes.
which is very important for your health.
And of course, when you come here, don't forget to bring along your Citi card so that you can take advantage of the Citi Gourmet Pleasures special here, which is basically $25 off a minimum of $250 spent. Next, we're going to the butcher's wife.
You're butchering the wife or what?
The wife has to help out lah, do the butchering. Alright, so we're here in Tiong Bahru and this is called the butcher's wife.
And you might be wondering why it's called the butcher's wife, right?
You think that's something very romantic, right? But okay, the story is that the founder, this lady, her husband is a meat chef and so she's the butcher's wife.
Yeah, I don't think it's very romantic to be called a butcher's wife, but I guess the butcher's wife gets all the nice cuts. This is a Brazilian themed restaurant and basically they sell gluten-free food, the only one in Singapore. So you will have friends who really are gluten-free, you can bring here, guaranteed. There is not one single gram of gluten anywhere. This is called a pão de queijo.
Wow, smells good.
I have to try this first because the smell is just amazing.
Yeah.
You can smell the cheese, right?
Yes. Wow, look at this. Look at the texture.
This is very chewy. It's not a bread, like a kueh.
Like a bika ambon.
That's right, because they're all made from tapioca flour, but this one has got cheese mixed inside, so
Yeah.
it's really nice. And the smell is fantastic.
Yep, and then you have it with a little bit of this
It's a
homemade
tomato
salsa, of course, yeah.
sambal. They call it tomato sambal.
Oh, okay.
But they ferment their tomato.
I
This
mean-
one can be quite addictive.
Yes. Next, we have a Brazilian ceviche.
That's right. If you know South American food, you know they are very big on ceviche. This is their own version. But what is special is that they actually ferment that tapioca. And they ferment it to make this pink color sauce. And you wonder, how come tapioca pink meh? But somehow it turns pink and you eat it with?
Tapioca chips.
That's right.
And next, we have this char grilled cabbage.
For the sauce, they are using fermented dragon fruit. You can see that. They topped it with pomegranate and some pine nuts. The right way to eat it, you have to mix it a bit. If you really want to eat it, you have to cut it, do your own stir fry here. All that fermented dragon fruit really just cuts through all the butter,
Yeah.
but it's still got a nice fragrance, the sweetness of the cabbage. Now we dig into the main course. This is their seafood moqueca.
Ah, so what's inside?
Seafood lah. They got the fish, they got octopus,
Fish, ah?
and prawns. It looks a little bit like curry if you ask me.
Okay.
Because the sauce is made of coconut, but instead of using chili, they use capsicum. So capsicum is not so spicy, right?
Okay.
Like a Brazilian bouillabaisse. It's nice eh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
it's like a curry, right? And they also have this thing called the garlic butter rice.
To go with the curry. In Brazil, we were told they don't eat it with rice, but in Singapore, it seems everybody asks for the rice. So now give me some more of the curry.
Oh,
I think I like this. Finally, we come to the meat. We are having a Wagyu picanha. And the Brazilians, they love their picanha. That's the queen of all the cuts, right? They love it because in their barbecue, the rumcat has a piece of fat which renders and gives the meat a lot of flavor. They're serving it with their fermented okra and heirloom tomatoes. So that will give you a nice brightness.
I really like that they have a lot of these fermented sides in
Yeah.
as part of the food, right? You see that across the entire menu.
So fermentation is very good because it produces a lot of all these lactobacillus. It helps in your digestion. It helps to keep you healthy as well.
No wonder they have this sign outside that says it's nature's way of giving your digestive system a great big hug.
And it also tastes good. It's not overly marbled.
Yeah.
Very beefy, very nice. And don't forget when you're eating the meat, you have all these sides as well. This is the miso corn ribs.
Because when they say corn ribs, right, I was thinking, what kind of ribs is it? Why is it called ribs? And it really looks like a rib, right?
This is very good.
And of course, to finish off, we need to have a very beautiful ice cream. And this one is called Fresh to Death. It doesn't feel very heavy, which
No.
is what I like.
The Brazilian twist gives it a bit of samba, you know? Feeling.
The excitement,
Yeah, a
right?
bit of excitement. Highly recommend you come and try the food here.
And the Citi Gourmet Pleasures special here is that you get $20 off a minimum $200 spend, and it's all the way till the 31st of December 2025.
This is next year. Okay, you got a whole year to come here.
Next, we're going to have some very exotic food in a vineyard.
Singapore got Vineyard.
And here we are at the Vineyard.
You mean it's the restaurant called the Vineyard? I really thought that Singapore had a vineyard, you know.
But okay, look, this vineyard is located in Hort Park, and Hort Park has so much green, so you kind of feel like you're in a vineyard, right? The menu here is French inspired, and they offer a farm to table experience in that they bring in local produce.
We promise you exotic fare, crocodile, pate.
Yeah.
And we got frog legs. Actually, frog legs not so exotic anymore. Everybody, I'm sure, have eaten frog porridge before.
But this frog and this crocodile pate comes from Singapore, all right? It's locally farmed, and even these mussels as well.
Okay, crocodile I've eaten before.
Yes.
Crocodile pate means it's the crocodile's liver. Leh. You know what they say, right?
What?
Tastes like chicken. But it doesn't taste like liver.
No, it
really
doesn't.
just tastes like crocodile meat. Frog leg is very French, but you know, in Singapore, we don't like to waste, so we eat the whole frog. This green sauce is nice.
Interesting. And finally, the mussels. Not that muscle lah, this muscle.
Okay, one of the best things to do when you're trying to chill out at a vineyard is to have a charcuterie board. Enjoy it with
A glass of wine. The thing about charcuterie boards, right, is like you can really construct your own little morsel of delight.
So this is actually called a caperberry. First time I'm having this, quite interesting. So here we have the sharing course. It is a barramundi, locally farmed, and popular. It means wrapped in paper. Like a 鸡包盖 but with fish. 鱼包盖. No. Gai,
See, not
鸡包
see.
鱼.
No. No. It has the full everything with the chicken, with the fish bone as well.
You still thinking of the 鸡包盖, right?
Ta-da-ta-da.
Wow.
Hey,
okay.
good job, huh?
It's quite nice.
Very nice.
So some tomato-based sauce. It's got a bit of capers in it.
The Citi Gourmet Pleasures special here is that when you order one of the sharing plates, like the one that we show you, the barramundi or the charcuterie board, you get to have one complimentary side. First one here is the potato pave.
I would always choose this one because a lot of work. I tried making this before. Slice the potatoes and then you gotta layer it in between cheese and cream. And then you gotta cut it, then you gotta deep fry it. So a lot
I think
of
they
work.
get the picture.
Yeah, you see the nice different layers. Okay.
And then you want to dip into the yuzu mayo as well.
It's always good lah, potato pave.
Cannot go wrong with it, right?
This is called the aligo. Supposed to be stretchy. It's basically mashed potatoes with cheese. It's supposed to stretch out there, but we left it for a bit lah.
Yeah.
Show your Citi card. You can choose one of these for free.
If you order a sharing plate, and the offer goes up to the 31st of December of this year. This is the dessert.
Tatang.
Tatang.
Okay, which is a upside down apple pie.
The crust at the
At the
bottom,
bottom, yes,
and then you
and
get
the
the
apple is on
apple
top.
at the top.
Very classic recipe.
Yeah.
But I think they put a bit of lemongrass just to give it a bit of a local flair. So we come to the end of our final food trail for this year.
So I hope that we've given you some ideas of where you can go and chill out for your year-end gatherings.
And don't forget to bring your Citi card with you so that you can enjoy the discounts and the specials.
So make sure you go to the link that's in the video description to access all the other Citi Gourmet Pleasures specials that's available to you as Citi card holders. So until next time,
Happy eating!
and happy holidays. Bye!